Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you today? It's a beautiful Sunday morning, January. We're 3 weeks into January. Next week, it's the end of January, 1 month down in 2016. Good morning again. My name is Sean Liburd, and I'm a personal mastery coach and a bookstore owner. And I'm here speaking about success, more specifically, trying to find success formulas. I believe that each of us have our own individual success formula, and my journey is about finding my own success formula and, just assisting others in any way that I can to help them find their success formula. So we discuss the ingredients, the necessary things that goes into discovering your success formula. And one of the first things that goes into that is knowing exactly what success is for you. And I've done that, we've had that conversation, we've spoken about what is success, what does success mean to you, what does success look like to you, right? And I will always go for that because that's essential, right? Our pictures of success. We've also discussed the why. The why. Why do you do the things that you do? What is it that makes you get up out of bed? What is it that's going to make you work a 12-hour day? What is it that's going to make you keep going? That's going to make you be persistent in what you want to achieve? What is the why behind that? What is the purpose you see for your life? So we've taken those steps. 2 weeks ago, I missed my scope last week. I was down in bed sick, so I missed my scope last week. But 2 weeks ago, I spoke about feelings, right? Feelings, and is it necessary to feel good before achieving success? Because when you feel good, you have a lot of energy, right? You have a lot of energy. You are optimistic, right? You're motivated, you're inspired, right? So when you have those good feelings can take you a long way into your journey, right? So feeling good is an essential part of going after that success that we are all striving for. And it's one of the ingredients in your success formula. It's one of my ingredients, feeling good. When you're not feeling good, your shoulders slump. You don't feel like doing much of anything. The body language is different. The voice is different. The whole physiology is different. The language is different. So your belief system, all of the limiting beliefs come back. So we want to feel good. We want to feel good so that we can go after the goals, go after the things that we want to achieve, so that we can live the life that we want to live, right? So today, it connects. What I'm going to speak about today is, what's that conversation in your head? We all have those conversations in our head. We all have them. Right? We all speak to ourselves constantly, every minute, every second of the day. We're having conversations with ourselves. The problem is, most of the times, we're not aware that we're having those conversations. We are not conscious that we're having those conversations. We say things all the time. We daydream about things, and we're not even doing it consciously. And a lot of the times, those are not the things that we want. Most people will set goals, but before they take the first action towards achieving a goal, they have a conversation with themselves. And that conversation is usually quite negative. It usually looks back at their past missteps, the mistakes. They usually tell themselves they can't do it because they're too short, they're too tall, they're not smart enough. That's usually how the conversation goes inside the head. Stop it. Stop it. But it's not that easy to stop it. So let's become aware of it first. Let's become aware of the conversation that we're having with ourselves. And more importantly, let's determine what it is we want, what it is we really want, and let's have that conversation inside of our head. Let's make that the conversation that we're having every second of every minute of every hour. Let that be the conversation, So, and even in saying that, because we're so accustomed to phrasing things in a certain way, we tend to speak more in the negative than in the positive. We tend to deal with what we call the realities, the realities of things. So we tend not to see what's not there. We don't have the vision to see what could be there. So we don't speak about possibilities. We speak about realities. And sometimes we need to speak about possibilities to change our realities. It's that simple. If you can't envision the possibilities, if you can't envision your tomorrow, if you can't envision the things that you say you want, then how are you going to get them? That's the question you have to ask yourself. How are you going to get them if you can't envision those things? If you don't believe those things are possible, how are you going to get them? Right? How are you going to get them? Our mindset. We have to work on that mindset. We have to work on our language. We have to work on how we say things to ourselves, the conversation we have with ourselves. And that's the way that we're going to change things. And it's a challenge. It's a challenge because what happens is we have habits. We're habitual. And to break those habits, you got to slowly come into recognition of the things that you're doing. Like thinking about the things you don't want. Right? Come into recognition that you're thinking about the things that you don't want. And anytime you catch yourself thinking about the things that you don't want, change it. Change it immediately. Right? Change it immediately. And start thinking about the thing that you do want. Start thinking about that goal. Start thinking about that prize at the end of the day. Start thinking about what it is you want to achieve, what it is you want to contribute. Right? Start thinking about that. Let that be your focus. Right? So just be conscious of it and keep changing it until it becomes a habit. Right? Because that's what we're trying to do. Form good habits. The conversations in our head will determine what our tomorrow is like. As a man thinketh, James Allen, right? It's a book that a lot of people, it's one of those books that a lot of people, it's a small book, and a lot of people will say, oh, this is easy. No, it's not easy. When James Allen tells you that who you are today, the things you have in your life today, you created it, good or bad, right? Good or bad, you created it. It's a difficult pill to swallow. A lot of times we look at our life and we say, I didn't do that. I didn't want that. That's not what I wanted. But that's what our energy created. That's what our actions created. And no, it's not someone else that's responsible. It's not someone else that's responsible. We have to take responsibility for ourselves. As difficult as that may be, we have to take responsibility for ourselves and for our results, right? When you're after something, when you're going after a goal, and if you're not succeeding with that goal, if you're having your challenges with that goal, then you have to take a close look at yourself. You got to ask yourself the things. You got to look at your reality. How am I thinking about this goal? Is this something that I really want? Is this something that I truly desire? Am I thinking about this goal? Am I thinking about this goal day and night? Am I thinking about ways that I can achieve this goal? Did I come up with a plan? Did I come up with a plan? Small things that I can do. Then increase it to big things, you know, and just keep working at it, right? So you got to ask yourself these questions. You got to know where you stand with yourself. You got to know what your conversation is with yourself. And you have to remain conscious of this. And you have to you have to make the adjustments as you go along, right? That's something I find myself every day. Every day I'm here and I'm working, and you find there's thoughts that just seems to come in out of nowhere, right? But after a little while, a couple of seconds, you realize, wait a second, what's going on? What am I thinking about? Why am I thinking about this? This is not what I should be thinking about. This is not what I want to think about, right? You have to overcome yourself. Your greatest obstacle to anything that you want to achieve in this life is yourself. And that's the first thing that you must overcome. And as you overcome yourself, you have to overcome yourself, you have to become aware of the conversations that you have with yourself. And you have to become aware of those conversations quickly and consistently. You have to consistently recognize when you're having a conversation with yourself that doesn't match what it is you say you want, right? It doesn't synchronize with what you want. And you have to change that. Don't hesitate, just change it. Just start thinking about what is it that you truly want, right? So, success. We're on this journey. We're on this journey towards success. And we've all achieved success. We've all achieved a level of success. It just depends on how we measure success. And it's important that we do remember those victories that we've had. So always think about your victories, especially when you're extremely challenged or you're feeling down. Think about your victories. Think about the good times. Think about how you overcame a challenge before. Because we have solutions. We have options. We've done this. We've done it before. We've done it more than once. We've done it, right? So there's always a way. So think about those things. And that's the conversation you're having in your head. Be aware of the conversation that you're having in your head. And if it doesn't match what you want at the end of the day, change the conversation. Change it, and don't hesitate to change it. Because if it's what you truly want, change that conversation, put a big smile on your face, and get to work, right? Get to work. My name is Sean Liburd, and thank you for your time this morning. You can check out my website. It's Learning with Sean Liburd, and Sean is spelled S-E-A-N. Liburd is L-I-B-U-R-D. So learningwithseanliburd.com, right? So we speak about success and just developing, creating, discovering, our own unique success formula, because each of us is unique, and there's things that we can adapt from each other, and then there's aspects of ourselves that's unique, and we're going to do things a little bit different to the next person, and we celebrate that also. So in this developing your success formula, we want you to the ingredients are pretty much the same. It's how we use the ingredients to get to that place, right? It's us. That's the thing that's different. That's the one thing that's going to be different. It's us. It's our belief system, right? It's our habits, our practices, it's our goals and how we approach goals, uh, whatever we choose to call them, because some people don't like goals. So it's all of that, right? It's all of that that goes in to each of us to make a unique individual. So thank you for your time on this Sunday morning and January 24th, 2016. Next week, it's the end of the month. It's January 31st, and we'll be 1 month into 2016. So I'm hoping that for everyone that set a goal, everyone that has something that they want to achieve this year, something, whether it's something small, something big, something huge, it doesn't matter what size it is, that you're off to a good start and you'll maintain focus and stay on track, stay on track to what you're trying to achieve, right? Be patient, be persistent, and just remember that you have everything that it takes to achieve that goal. You have everything that you need. So that is it for today, and I will be back next Sunday morning, as always, and to continue this conversation, because this conversation continues for some time, and we're going to repeat things. We're going to speak about, every week we're going to speak about what is success. What does success mean to you? Right? What does success mean to you? Because I can't tell you what success is to you. You have to know what success is for yourself. So we're going to speak to that. We're going to keep speaking about that. We're going to keep speaking about your purpose, your reason behind it all, your motivations, your inspirations, right? And we're going to keep reminding you to strive to feel good, to strive to feel better than you're feeling, We're going to keep that, because at the end of the day, we want to feel good. We want to have a big smile on our face. We want to enjoy life, right? It doesn't make any sense if we can't enjoy life. If we can't feel good about our achievements, the time we have here. It doesn't make any sense. Right? So we want those things. And now we want to monitor the conversations that we have with ourselves. We want to monitor those conversations to make sure that they're working on our behalf. They're helping us, they're propelling us to our outcome, right? Because it's all about the outcome, that final result that we're looking for. So we want to know that those thoughts are building blocks towards those outcomes. Okay? Again, thank you for your time, and we will continue this conversation. Have a blessed Sunday. Have a blessed week until we meet again.